And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Expanse. We're continuing here in the Fusion Age, and more importantly, we're continuing to rush beyond the solar system out so that we can get the time-dependent achievement associated with it. So let's have some time pass. Okay, I've got enough polymer on Mars. I think we can get another one of those going. So let's get the Zeus out to go grab it. Zeus to Mars. And then Mars back to the construction site. I happen to have a Zeus there, just had to load up with what it was already there, but this will be fine. Retrieve the polymers, retrieve the alloys. Well, that's a good question. How much food do I need? 9 kilotons of supplies. Let's bring those in. It's a little early for them, but they're not going to get used yet. Anyway, to bring the food and... Actually, how much food do I have in Earth orbit from unloading the... Not very much. I think I dumped it all on the moon. I got better launch capacity from Mars. It probably makes sense to launch it from Mars. Yeah, we're going to be launching the carbon from Luna anyway. Okay. There and back again. Patroclus crashed into Mercury. But I finished unloading it. Did I screw up and just crash a loaded, How recently was the last autosave? 8:13. Three minutes ago. Yeah, we'll just roll with it. I may have just crashed some people into Mercury. Yeah, Zeus is in orbit. If people are on it, I had probably more annoyed about losing the stuff than the people. It's as weird as that sounds. Yeah, save the engines. I'm just wondering. Yeah, no, I had a yeah. So if the people are on it, and I don't remember unloading it, I think we just crashed some people into Mercury. Whoops. That was supposed to stop in orbit, not have a collision course with Mercury. Probably set that up wrong. Someone will probably catch that. I don't want to undo everything we did in the meantime, so we're just going to roll with that. we're out to Alante. Pick this one up. This one actually has water carbon. So this one I ideally probably want to dump on Mars. Okay, so you've arrived, and we want you to transit. To Mars. Although first to Mars orbit, we'd prefer not to have a unplanned collision. Preemptively unplanned collision. And we're specifically going for Mars because I want the water for hitting Mars. Okay, so here on the moon, I'd like to raise water production, so we're not producing on water. So I think that's 2 water ice extractors. Go 3 just to make sure. Yeah, 2 would have been done it. Still making enough carbon. So I'm on board turning you into polymer. Got 2.5 tons of carbon turned into polymer. So 10 is 0.5, so I can do 50 if I've got the power. We got the power. We got the people. So we're making the polymer. And we've still got 94.6 years of water, so I'm not in a rush to expand extraction. So that's the arrival at Mars, waiting for the return trip. Okay, so it's arrived at Mars orbit. This time was not an unplanned arrival. We planned for it to be in orbit, and it is in orbit. So let's do the unloading. So, the dump straight on Mars, we'll do first. Zeus will go. The cargo. The orbital payload container. Just drop stuff. That works. Okay. People. All the people. All the mining modules. Construction module. That module. You. You. It's 3 days. People get dropped. Okay. I suppose the metal should get dropped on Mars as well. Okay. And then I want the supplies taken to Mars orbit by the Zeus. Much of the carbon. And I'll dump the rest of the carbon on Mars to save us a trip here. Okay, and then the rest of this can crash happily into Mars. Oh, not Letitia. Letitia's not crashing into Mars. Elente is. Begin deorbiting. This time, planned deorbiting procedure. Got the people off the planet first. Or off the asteroid first. 36 Elente. Crashed into Mars, bringing us more carbon. More water. And I can have one of these Zeuses go to Earth Interstellar Construction Site. With the carbon and the food, since we've got it. And then the other one will be taking engines to Delphine. Actually, first, how many engines does Delphine need? 24. Convenient. That's how many we're lugging around at the moment. Oops. This needs to be the Zeus. It's going to be taking those engines. There's the Zeus, there's the Zeus. There we go. Again, another one that we'll probably take to Mars. Provide a bunch of carbon. Certainly not going to... Well, it'll provide water by crashing, is what it'll provide. In the meantime, let's go through our search. I've been intentionally not looking for asteroids, so that I can make sure that I've dealt with all the ones we've put research outposts on. Because those are all the water carbon ones. So Ceres we're going to keep for the moment. We got that one tagged. Delphine we got tagged. Eplis we have tagged. Tiarzia. Put a favorite on you. Because again, we got people there. We got people here. Put a favorite on you. Venice, put a favorite on you. Rhea, favorite you. Cool, favorite you. Dea, and I don't have any more favorites at that point. Okay. So working up the list. Basically, we're going to get rid of all these old research labs by grabbing them and pulling them in. Crashing them somewhere productively. That's the plan. So we got 2 trending for this location. Must have done normal transit instead of a fast transit, because we're definitely waiting for people to arrive. Oh no, they were constant acceleration. May have accidentally caught my headset cable there. building up polymers on Luna. So, if anything, I can start launching polymer or more polymers from Luna. Generated on Mercury. Any more allies would ship more from Mercury. There goes our transfers. And there. So that's enough for another habitat segment. And it looks like I will need more alloys, so we'll have a bunch of alloys come over from Mercury. Don't have enough yet on the moon to do the next one. In polymers. Or I suppose the exotics either. 1.5k there. And the moon. The moon's actually coming up on 7, so we're getting along. Like we're getting close, but not there yet. Oh, you're arrived. Okay. So, Delphine, I would also like you to transit to Mars. Delphine. Let's not crash this straight into Mars. We're going to orbit first so we can unload it. Once we get all the ones with people on it dealt with, I can start being a bit more aggressive with just like, yep. Engines, go to the target, crash to the target. We're expanding polymer production. Getting close to 2 tons. A day. In fact, we're over 2 tons a day now. Okay, so I think it's time for a transit to the moon. Need more polymers. One Zeus will go make the trip, because I don't have the launch capacity really to support multiple. Launching at the same time, so Luna, do the Earth in the stellar place. What we got flying in, add. Polymers. Add. Alloys. Add. Whatever we'll want, whatever will fit on the launch vehicle. That'll fit. Of exotics. Okay, there to Luna, and then Luna and back. Luna and back allows me to get the 7th Habitat settlement going. And I'll probably send it right back to go pick up more exotics. So we'll go to the Luna. I'm not actually going to do an immediate return trip. I'm going to send you to Mercury. Okay, Pelican is ready for another launch. So we'll take all the exotic alloys that are ready. And then we'll do the same over here, and we'll see how short we are. Oops, close that value out. Okay, that isn't making any sense. You should have been going with some alloys there, game. Okay. Yeah, we need a little bit more alloys to get the last engine drive assembly component. A bunch more polymers. Okay, Delphine has arrived. Time to unload it. Instead of, you know, crashing with people on board. That'd be a very unfortunate result. Oops, don't need the asteroid engines to be dropped on the planet. Okay, wait 3 days. People get dropped. Why did my metal not go along? Because the metal did not go along. Okay. Oh, because for everything that I copied and just dragged over here, it set them to 0 instead of whatever the value was. Okay, time for Delphine to make its fateful journey into Mars. Delphine crashes on Mars. Should be adding more water and more carbon. And then up in Mars orbit. Where do I want to take that carbon? Arguably don't need it on the moon. I could take it to Mercury. Could even take it to the interstellar ship construction site. So I've got the food delivered, I got the carbon delivered. Actually short water, which we're not getting off of these asteroids because they didn't have enough water. They had enough water to feed the crew, not enough water to collect water. Okay. So, next destination. You. Yes, you. 24 engines. Seems like there's a theme here. A lot of these locations are 24 engines for some mathematical reason. Yep, off you go. Okay, so I need 3,200 polymers someplace else. So if we include Mars, that's another 1,600, so that's not going to take too long off of Luna. And we're close with the alloy, or the exotic alloys. I need 1.4K. And it might literally be the water that's actually the thing I need to ship in most. Although I could probably pick that up from the gas giants. Thinking about. Do you have like 1.2 on a Jupiter or something? 7.2, 4K. Titan doesn't have any water. Does Titan have water? Water in Titan? Yeah, I do have water in Titan. Okay. Well, that Zeus bring the water to be more than we need. It works. back to Titan. There we go. And then Titan, I probably want to boost the next thing. Kronos is ready to boost some nitrogen. Or the nitrogen's ready for the Kronos to boost, I suppose. And then I can boost water afterwards if I need more water. Okay. Okay, should be good with the polymers. I have people to go pick them up. You had a question. If I have people to, or if I have the resources to go pick them up, it should be good to pick them up. Okay, so you to the moon. That's not the moon. And then return trip moon. Do the interstellar ship location. And add the exotic alloys and the polymers. I think that's actually all I need for the moon right now, right? Yeah, I think that's all we need for the moon. Take the polymers, take the alloys. We're getting water coming in from different locations, so I should not take more water. Yeah, that's what we take from here. Territory to get to orbit. Optimal transfer. Go. Titan ran out of fuel? Titan ran out of fuel. Okay. So I have a Prometheus. I even have a Zeus. Oh, I've got the Zeus here to pick up nitrogen when the nitrogen piles up enough. Festus. Cycle mission. Titan orbit. Add nitrogen. Resources transferred. 10 trips worth. Saturn, Prometheus. Like you, one's going to orbit, you're going to go to ground. So Saturn, Titan, Prometheus. I'm also going to make the cycle mission. Add hydrogen. Resources transferred. 10 trips worth. Okay, let's get the Kronos. Start boosting water. Okay. Oh, you're there, so we can make you have your trip to Mars. Shipped all the ones out of the inner belt. Close the inner belt for the moment. Mars orbit. Payload is the entire asteroid. In orbit. Earth interstellar ship construction. Okay. That's my water arriving. Probably waiting on the polymers from somewhere. We're waiting for these guys to fly over. Yeah, we got a pending there. I have a pending. Okay, I have one arraign. I only need one for this. Bring the rares. You know, bring some polymers so you empty space as well, but bring the rares. There you go. Titan arrived to Titan orbit. Okay, so that's the water boosted to orbit. I suppose I'm waiting for the optimal Mars transfer right now. Okay, Mercury arrived, so assuming I have everything I need for you. I do. So the drive assembly, final one, is under construction. We're waiting on polymers for the final habitat section. The food is here, the water is here, the carbon is here, so preparing the habitats is ready as well. I think I'm literally waiting for Mars to get to here. In June they will begin the transit. You back to Mercury. Okay. I do need the ability to transport 2,000 people to site. Okay, the Mars one has arrived. So, habitat segment queued. Everything's there for the prepare habitats. Earth orbit, I have enough crew modules. So I could drop 10 of them, have the elevator take them back up with crew, and then have 20 of them shipped over. So that's actually really easy to do. I shouldn't worry about that. We're waiting on construction at this point. Okay. And if I'm waiting on construction, we're at the point where everything else here is surplus to requirements and can get shipped if it's productive to other locations. In fact, I should probably ship them to other locations regardless. I feel like I'm missing a Zeus. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a Zeus. I send 2 to... Why does it run out in Earth orbit? Supplies will not just run out in Earth orbit, supplies have run out in Earth orbit game. Makes a big difference. Does make a very big difference. Oh, I sent 2 to Titan. That's what's going on. Sent 2 to Titan. Only one's supposed to be a Titan. Okay, one of you take nitrogen to Mars. The other take water to Mars. Okay, gotta have the habitat section complete. Habitat section complete. And now we prepare the habitats. And I suppose that means technically everything here is surplus. Let's move it to Earth. Can I do a transit to Earth orbit without the ship? That's a question. We're technically in Earth orbit now. It's going to require a ship. Fair enough. Doesn't require any fuel, but requires the ship. Okay, I'm going to do another transit like that. Leave the food there. I'm not exactly sure how the mission works, so we want to make sure the guys are fed for the moment. They arrive. Carbon water. Probably wants to get dragged off to Luna. Or to Mars. Go Luna. And this is a little tedious, but this is just unloading the site because, well, once we've got the ship launched, I don't need all this stuff here. I've brought more stuff here, sort of just ad-blibbing, like, yeah, whole shipload of this, whole shipload of that. So I've dropped more stuff than I need. getting closer and closer to everything unloaded from the site. I'm gonna leave the food there. I'm gonna take the glass, the helium, and the remaining silicon on the next trip. And then we're going to Luna to Earth orbit, ready to pick up the people. Okay. Prepare the ship is complete. Now it's time to get 2,000 people at the site, and then plan the mission to Trappist. The actual arrival, I believe, isn't complete, so we'll get the achievement when this is ready to launch. I'm not sure if we actually have to launch it. Earth orbit, to Earth, drop, by orbital payload container, 10 of these empty. Wait 3 days. Then on Earth, we'll have the 10 to take to orbit. Yeah, I actually need to recruit more people. Otherwise, I don't have enough people. Here we go. Space elevator. Okay. Now on Earth orbit, I have 2,000 people. Zeus will carry. There we go. So that is 20 modules. Bring a little bit of food, just make sure they got enough food for the trip. It should be a really short trip. We'll give them 8 months of food for the trip. Okay, we have delivered 2,000 people directly to Earth interstellar ship location. Now we want to plan a mission. Back one. Plan is an interstellar mission. Exoplanet systems. It wants us to go to Trappist 1. And the spacecraft is an interstellar ship. The cargo is an interstellar ship. Needs no launch vehicle. Would be... Not sure if this actually changes much. Launch acceleration. We'll set it to fastest. Apparently I need to give it some fuel. Oh, if I set it to optimal, it will have enough fuel. Okay. "73 days. Mission length's 9 months, 13 days. Okay. Complete that. Contract complete. Beyond the solar system. Sict iter ad astra. The interstellar vessel is complete. The final frontier awaits. Now we only need the courage to go there. And that got me some achievements. I had multiple pop up at the same time. We had to infinity, so launch the interstellar spacecraft to another system, and Wonderless. Construct and send to the interstellar spaceship before 2400. So there we are. That's okay. We get the payout for that. And I think we could technically then turn around and cancel that mission. Yeah, I think we could technically turn around and cancel the mission. As you can see, the people are still there. The food is still there. at least for another couple of years or a couple of months until October. I'm not going to worry about it. Worst case scenario, we get like a message later that the 2,000 people starve or something because that portion of the game I think is still incomplete. That is where we're at. And yeah, so we've got one time-dependent quest left to do in this run, and that is get Mars terraformed before 2600. So we got 265 years to complete the terraformation of Mars. As it's telling us here in the Mars early atmosphere, we need the atmosphere pressure above 0.1. That might be the point where water actually starts staying liquid. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. You have yet to arrive. You arrive in August. Okay. We're going to keep pushing you. And now the argument here is I need to get more gas extractors going. We got 5 actively building here. Oh, I'm at the point where we got a bugged out construction. I'm gonna have to do a save and load to fix that probably. And given the time and the fact that I've been running the previous parts long during the stream, this probably is a good place for me to put a part break in. So instead of unloading and reloading to fix this construction bug, which is usually what will fix it, we're gonna go ahead and put the part break in here and bring the stream to a close. For going forward, what we need is mostly a lot of water, a lot of nitrogen, a lot of oxygen. Tons and tons and tons and tons of it. In fact, we need megatons of it. In fact, we got 0.09 atmosphere here. I think it's 0.3 atmos of CO2, 0.2 atmos of nitrogen, 0.2 atmos of oxygen, 0.03 atmos of water. And you can see, to get like 0.3, we need a megaton, right? So we need to properly terraform Mars. Technically, the game doesn't require you to get all the way to Earth ideal. That is maybe above and beyond by the game standards. I think it's going to make us get up to like 70% of Earth normal. And I think it gets us to some portion of Earth normal water as well. Technically, we'd see what progress we'd have to do after this quest here completes. So Mars early atmosphere unlocks Mars atmosphere, which is one of the 2 quests I think you need to complete, and then Blue Mars is the other for the Terraforming Mars quest and achievement. So the final, what you need to do to get the achievement is the next step in the line, let's say. But yeah, the game is going well, the run is going well. If I think we double down like I'm planning on doing on terraforming, we should probably get the achievement in the next one, and then we'll probably be moving on to just terraforming Luna and Mercury as well. We've been working on Mercury. Thinking about it, let me get another planetary magnetosphere generator going on Mercury. Mercury's down to 4.2. I think it started up like 20. So Mercury's coming along, like seriously coming along. Oh, actually, Mercury started up around 30. Yeah, we've got it down 25. So Mercury's coming along. We're helping a lot with the radiation there. The next thing to do after we fix the radiation is probably fix... Oh, and I've slightly ruined it because we've been releasing... I did something that screwed up the gas mix. Too much water? The asteroid crash released a bunch of gaseous water. Okay. So, I've actually made it less habitable by releasing that water there. That's an oops. It's fixable. In fact, probably the answer is I would just release some oxygen. We'll sort that out next time if I remember. But yeah, we're going to be working next time to terraform Mars, Luna, and Mercury. For Luna and Mercury, it's going to be well, the radiation's fixed on Luna. So Luna is going to be temperature fixing first. We got to get the temperature down a little bit. Mercury, it's going to be fixing the radiation into temperature. If we get the temperature a little bit closer to like Earth normal, that would probably be good on Mercury. On Mars, we've got everything except for the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. And honestly, we're probably not that far off of the hydrosphere. Well, we got a dent. We got more of a dent in the hydrosphere than we do in the atmosphere, let's say. If we can get the water to stop being either ice or vapor, let's say. So that can be fixed. That can definitely be fixed. But yeah, the run is going well. Again, we just have a slight bug here, which is a sort of bug that gets fixed very frequently on save and load, which is the construction in Jupiter orbit has got stuck. Usually, if you save and load it, that'll fix that. And then this is probably the big place where we're going to be rapidly expanding mining. Jupiter provides us with water. Jupiter provides us with nitrogen. Water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is nitrogen. Technically, I could probably release some helium. In fact, I probably might actually release some helium, because that's how little helium we probably realistically need, is that I can probably get away with releasing it. We need it for building the fusion ships. Technically, we need it for the fusion plants. The fusion plants reward benefit is maybe not there, because Mercury Solar is just so strong. So we might actually start releasing some helium as well. Because we got kilotons of that. We got a whole Zeus load. So if we really start cranking up the nitrogen production, we'll get a decent amount of helium coming along with it. Right, we're getting 2.6 tons of... We're actually getting more helium from Jupiter than we're getting nitrogen. So we're probably going to start releasing some helium as well. And then we're getting water. We're getting less water. So water is probably the thing I need to go looking around for. Get nitrogen in, but there's no water. Get water at Uranus. We can get water at Neptune. I'm not sure if these places are better than Saturn is for water. And then oxygen is either breaking CO2 down or breaking water down. So we have options. But yeah, this is the state of the run. We're going to keep bringing asteroids in. Probably going to continue slamming them mostly into Mars. We got to build up the water on Mars, and well, once we get the atmosphere high enough on Mars where we start having liquid water, that'll start terraforming Mars pretty quickly. And we got pretty good terraforming on it. It's already 91% supply reduction. So it's just the atmosphere, it's just the water to go. Let me stop rambling about the game. I hope everyone has enjoyed. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll have, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow, because we'll probably get around to recording it by tomorrow. Today was Solar Expanse. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Solar Nations 2. We already got Ethiopia to be East Africa. I think in the next part we'll probably get East Africa to be the African Union, which is the Continental Union. We probably would have to do war to go from African Union into Earth Union, and I don't think I'm necessarily down to do that anytime soon. In fact, that would be so close to winning the game that we probably end up winning the game first. But Solar Nations 2 will be tomorrow. We'll be back to Factorio on Friday. Saturday will be Shadow Empire, and Sunday we will be back to playing Solar Expanse. Depending on how Solar Expanse goes, because we're literally just down to terraforming. And I'm down to, I want to terraform Mars, the Moon, Mercury. We'll see how quickly terraforming is going at that point if we try to expand that list to more places. But I think I'm going to terraform at least those three. We get an achievement for doing, or I get an achievement for doing Mars. So we're doing Mars. As far as missing achievements go, we are down to... by the game supply. So we've got Mars Terraform to go, Fast Terraformer, which is Terraform Mars before 2600, Traveler, which is colonize any comet. We'll just probably go put someone on Mars, or put someone on a comet, take people off the comet. I think actually a probe counts. We'll just toss a probe at one of the comets. Probably before we bring the engines in to move it. Colonize any moon of Neptune, and colonize a Kuiper Belt object. I think... I'm actually questioning, because they're not I'm not sure what's a Kuiper Belt object in here. So the exoplanet systems are not Kuiper Belt objects, obviously. Yeah, I'm not sure what's considered a Kuiper Belt object, unless that's like Pluto Charon. That might be Pluto Charon. Although I thought there was an achievement for colonizing Pluto and Charon that we've done already as I'm scrolling through the achievements. It might be Pluto Charon. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Kuiper Belt objects are. It's either Pluto Charon or it's, whoops. Or one of the near Earth objects is considered a Kuiper Belt object. Kuiper Belt object. Although I thought we'd colonized one of the near Earth objects. I might be wrong with that. I'm not 100% sure what's considered colonizing, to be fair. But yeah, we're going well here. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to respond to a comment live, now is probably your last opportunity to respond to a comment live. We have managed to stay in the monthly balance of positive, so things are going well. I think a lot of that is actually coming from population growth. With the new improved housing on the Moon, Mars, and Mercury, we're having phenomenal uncontrolled population growth out in space. Oh, and the Moon doesn't even have the fully maxed out one. The Moon can get a better housing, and that'll increase growth on there. So I think we're at the point where, unless I really go out of my way to spend money, I don't think we can spend money fast enough to run in debt. Doubly so because I've actually run out of things I can buy from Earth that are worth buying from Earth. The world government has run out of various objects to buy, and what they do have left would actually probably be even more prone to causing to running out, I think. Although some of the stuff I might be in a situation where if I sell something to them, they'd put up a buy order. I'm not so sure of that. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we should have a part of tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back to play this in 4 days. I just went over the schedule so you know what's coming. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.